Good day to you traders. Hey, it's been a while since I made a video. I had a little bit of time this morning. Jumped on a live stream for a bit. It was good to catch up with some people that I haven't talked to for a bit and be back on live stream. So that was nice. Yeah, it was good. So what we ended up doing, I had kind of a weird issue with Take Profit Trader, and I'm not sure if anybody else has been having the same kind of problems, but since I blew up a couple weeks ago on some of those big spikes we had when all that craziness going on, I tried to do a reset and it wouldn't take my reset for some reason. It has that as a feature, but when I go to pay for it, it won't accept it. And I have funds and I'm able to buy another account. Still had a couple weeks till my rebill, so I just wanted to reset and see if I can keep going, have enough time to try and pass before the rebill hit. But I can't get any answers. I've messaged them 4, 5, 6, 7 times, something like that, in the last 2 weeks, and I'm getting no answers. So finally last night, after a week of just kind of waiting and doing some demo things while I'm working outside of here, I ended up buying a TRADEIFY account. They actually dropped their payout window. That is no longer in effect as of May 1st. So I'm really excited about that. I think TRADEIFY is a great company. I've got some friends that trade with them and had some really good luck, and I'm really excited to get one. So had a good trading day. It felt really good to be back in action. I've had a little bit of break, had some extra work outside of here. Unfortunately, I'm not funded yet. I'm not making much money with this, so I have to work outside of here, and sometimes it gets a little hectic. So obviously one of my goals is to be fully funded, have several accounts, and have plenty of cash flow coming in that I can focus on this more. So we'll get there someday. But anyway, had a great day trading. Live stream was great. Had some good activity in live stream. A lot of good chats in there. Like I said, it was good to catch up with some of the regulars that I talked to and meet some of the new people that want to check this out. So market metrics are awesome this morning. We had a great signal group. So far since market open, we've only had 2 signals, both wins. The first signal was 45 seconds, and it was a win. And I just set my 7. I have my signal set at 8 on the actual indicator. So if you go into the indicator here, it's set at 8, and I have my order set at 7. And when I did this order, you can watch back on the live stream. When I did this order, it actually put me right dead center with that take profit, and it went through in about 45 seconds. So I just wanted to take signals only today. I just kind of took signals for a bit. I did do a little bit of scalping afterwards, but for the live stream, I ended the live stream on this candle here, and 2 candles later we got a signal. I was really excited to get a signal for the live stream, but I only got just the one. So we ended up with $60 profit here. The second signal was about 3 minutes from start to finish as I'm looking at my data here. No drawdown. It was instantly in profit, and we went right to the target. Same kind of story. The 7 hit right on the line. Boom. It was real easy, real in and out. So after that, I watched the chart for a little bit. I saw this big spike back into the 21. Generally, when we see those when you see the Justins channel, when he talks about dipping into the profit wave, this dipped really hard into the profit wave. Looking at that price action on that candle, had a pretty good wick on it, and so I took a sell, and I just got a nice little scalp, another couple. This was just on my own, just looking at RSI and looking at everything and looking at that profit wave dip. So after that, I had to do some stuff with work. I wasn't able to trade for a little bit, and then I saw that it crossed above the 200, so I thought I'd enter. I entered and held for a little while. It was about a half-hour trade, and our daily profit trigger hit us out. So on this 50K account, I set this at $411, and I think that's very doable, very reasonable for a 50K account, and something that's to strive for each day. That it's a good number to shoot for. That's reasonable. It'll add up to some good, valuable, some actual money that you can use. It's actually worthwhile doing. What I mean is, I don't think it'd be worthwhile doing $100 a day because it'd take you forever to pass the eval, let alone to build your buffer and start pulling money out. So I feel like I can pass the eval. If I set this like this, I can pass the eval possibly this week. Just depends on how things go. Well, I'll be close. Let's see, I got to hit 3,000, so I'll be at 2,500 by week's end, and maybe we can squeeze that last day and see if we can get there. But anyway, TRADEIFY, going to go to TRADEIFY account. Really excited to be back at it. Like I say, I'm not sure what's happening with Take Profit Trader. I was a little concerned with that. I've got a bunch of tickets in. I'm not getting any answers. The issue I have is a little bit more specific than any of the AI-driven tabs that they have you look at or any of the FAQs. I couldn't really find anything in there, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. And I just got tired of waiting. I'm to the rebill, and I don't want to rebill. What if I was waiting on a payout or had a major issue and I had to deal with that kind of support? So hopefully everything's okay over there. Hopefully they're just super busy because they are a great firm. They've been my number one firm for a long time. Hopefully they're not going to have a major collapse or have some issues going on behind the scenes. But yeah, I'd recommend another big reason for me wanting to go back to TRADEIFY is you can use this risk feature. They will not let you use this with Take Profit Trader, and that's a big downer for me. I really like using this. I feel like this helps your consistency dramatically. I mean, yeah, you got to have a realistic number here, but if you look back through my videos, the first eval I passed, I had that feature and I nailed it every single day until we passed, and that was just. Now I can walk away. I don't need to look at my charts. I'm not going to stare at my phone. I'm not going to look at the tablet I have. I don't even need to look at this anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and close it down. We're done for the day. And every day my goal is to get to that $411 and get funded. Once we get funded, we'll build our buffer. And then if I can make that kind of return every day, we'll be doing really good, really good. So if you haven't got the market metrics yet, it's a great toolkit. It really helps you with entry and exits. I mean, today it's very clear to see what happened today. We started in a downtrend. You could have held this and swung this and made some good return there. This wouldn't have been much here. This wouldn't have been much too much here. And I'm a trend trader, so I don't buy down here. If we're under a 200, I don't buy. I want to wait till it crosses the 200 before I put any buys in. So the 200 is definitely my trend definer. And I look for these two. When you see a 21 over a 21 over a 200, excuse me, a below or below that's usually a major trend change. So like right here was a good one this morning. This fishy here I drew, that was trading with Travis. That's where I saw that for the first time back a year and a half ago when I started watching him. And every now and again when we get these squeezes, I'll do that. I feel like if we're consolidating the meat grinder, we'll do a little fishy and see if we break out. And sure enough, we did. And on the downside we went. Now we're back on the upside. So great day. I'm really happy to be back after it. Really solid first day for this account. And like I said, if you haven't got the metrics yet, all the information's in the video. You'll love once you get used to it, you'll love what it can do for you. You'll love the clarity that it'll bring to the charts for you. Yeah, it's an awesome setup, and the enhancements I've made have just made it even better. You've got some order blocks on here. You've got an RSI indicator you can double check things with. And we just get some really good returns. You can look through my library on my videos here and the live streams here, and you can see that we've had some really good returns. We've had some really good days. The only thing it doesn't do for you is risk management. And that's where I've failed. Every time I've failed, I've looked back through my histories and I've ran reports. I've got too crazy with this, or I've had too many trades going, plain and simple. So just, your risk is your calculated risk is what you need it to be. And you've got to be able to set metrics and set a stop. And one problem I know, I talked about this in the live stream today. I think I got so overconfident with the system that I didn't feel like I needed a stop loss because I was just using my levels. The only problem with that is when things get really crazy and you're getting 2-minute candles that are 100 ticks and you're in a sell and it goes 100 ticks against you in the positive, it's really hard to not blow up almost instantly. I mean, I much would rather have took the $140 loss than blow the account. So got to work on that. I'm still trying to refine some stop losses I'm happy with. I don't really like static stop losses, but at the same time, our market is kind of crazy right now, and it might be better just to take the stop. And as high a probability as the signals are, these signals are killer high probability, especially the way I have it doing right now, the setup I've got right now. If you take a loss, you'll make it back in the next signal or next two signals, and then you're back to profit again. You're back chasing profit again. But like I said, one thing I do, I really like that risk daily trigger profit feature, because when you can use that, then you just find entries, you get in the best you can, you take advantage of a couple of those entries, you build up your wins until it shuts you off, and then you're done for the day. How great is that? So it's good to be back. Had a great trading day, first trading day with TRADEIFY again, and let's get this funded. Let's get funded. Let's stay funded.